Murran, it's really, really pleasure having you here in our showroom in London. How are you?
Doing very well.
Yeah.
Very happy to be in London.
Yeah. Well, good. You can sometimes say something in Italian if something doesn't come to you in English.
I will.
You know, at the end of the day, we are both Italian, so you know.
I will. At least we understand
we're
each
gonna
other.
ask
We don't care about that.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna ask to put subtitles for the others.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, listen. When I met you in Verona a couple of months ago, for me, I mean, I've been in this industry for over 30 years. I have to tell you the truth. When I saw what you created, my heart jumped. It was incredible, and the fact that you were there, it was really a gift. So, but I never seen such a thing. Are you the only one able to create art this way? Before we say what you do, this is the first question. Are you the only one?
First of all, things always happen for a reason. I was not supposed to be in that room that moment because I was setting up things that were not working still in the day of the opening. But however, this is the beautiful of being on the backstage that people don't know. However, looks like I'm the first one. Looks like nobody never done something like that. When I show what I'm doing to people to see if they can support me, if they want to jump into this project, it was always, what is that? I'm in this game since 40 years, 50 years. People, established people in marble and stones, and they say, I've been thinking about something like that, but nobody did something like that before. So I feel like, really? For me, it was so natural. But it's like natural, but since I start thinking about it, because before 50 years of completely other things, but you know, it all comes and will then explode.
So before we talk about exactly what to do with marble crystal, what is your background? Because
wow, how many days we have? When I start talking about myself and my journey,
we can do a series like a Netflix series.
Let's do it. You won't get bored for sure. Now, since I started my journey like 50 years, I've been a globetrotter.
Okay.
My mom, she's an artist, and she took me all over the world. And when she couldn't take me around, she was shipping me to her brothers and sisters that she had all over, because there were five. Colombia, Africa, London, France, everywhere. So I've been traveling since I was a kid by myself, on flights and things like that. So again, like a lot of melting pot, a lot of things, and then doing school. I remember kindergarten in Madagascar, which I was the only white guy, and it was wonderful.
I bet you were,
It was wonderful. It was back in the 60s. 70s, sorry. And then doing the first class, like elementary, I don't know, it's like you're probably 6 years old in Grenoble. And then fifth, la quinta elementare was probably 10, 11 here in London. And then traveling back to Italy. And then, of course, I was a disaster at school because I'm dyslexic, strongly dyslexic, and then changing all over the world. And so I was writing bad, reading bad. However, I made it to the end. I lost so many years, but
they push you.
Yeah, of course, you have to go. Yeah, you drink what you think. How's that? So you have to make it. But what is funny is like when I went back to art, because I have that strong feeling about it, and I went in jewelry. And then I did, instead of 5 years, I did 3 years, because I was so good. In this school, you had the chance to do like, how do you say, an exam, and then jump years. So all the years that I've lost in the past, I could go back to it. And then I said, okay, let's go and see the academy. Let's go and see an academy.
Okay, where were you? Florence. Okay.
Florence. So I went there and I did 1 day. 1 day of art school academy. And all my friends finished it, and nobody's doing the artist. I didn't finish, I just did 1 day, and looks like I'm doing artist and I'm doing well.
Okay, so 1 day is actually 1 day.
It's actually 1 day. You want to hear the story? 1 day. I get there, room, teacher, statue, bronze and torso everywhere. All easel with...
Like we see in the movies.
Yeah,
yes,
like all easel Florence, around with a charcoal, big piece of paper, and you go, you have 5 minutes to sketch the one you like. I saw a torso of a horse, and just like, bah, 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 boom, done. I like to take all the paper, all the spaces, and horses were my love at the time and things like that, anatomy and things. So he just looked at me so bad. So everybody, hey, time is over. Went around talking about everybody. Yeah, you did this, you did that. And then he go to me. I was a different person than now. I was in a really, really hard time of my life. He goes, and here we have the king of the sword, il re della sciabolata.
Yeah.
I said, what do you mean? I'm gonna give you really 5 years of hell. And I go, for my mental health and your physical health, you're gonna see me today and no more. Because you see that window, you're gonna go, bye-bye, fly. And I left. That was it. That was my day in the art school. Everybody remembers about that.
That's fantastic.
Oh God, I was kind of crazy at that time.
Okay, but so from interrupting, so actually you, let's say you didn't start basically. So from not starting art school, okay, but art was in your house, in your family.
Yeah.
So what did you do? Because yes, you have to just roll your sleeves and work, isn't it? So what did you start doing first?
That's a beautiful question because, as I said, back in the days, I was like, I lost 10 years of my life. Because at that point, I had to build the Murran to protect Murran. I was so fragile. I had so many problems and issues and crazy story from families and everything that I was skinny. I was like tall as I am now, super skinny, long hair.
Were you shy, maybe?
Not shy, but introverts and things like that. But
yeah.
I was in the way of changing. So I say, okay, now it's time to be the man. And then we will see. So I did 10 years completely of everything, but not art, not even one day. Bodyguard, clubbing, and Muay Thai teacher, breeding dogs, pit bull, traveling the world for dogs as a judge, going to Thailand to fight, and everything, no art. And then one day, I got a big loss, which was my padrino.
Yes,
yeah,
your stepfather.
Yeah, which was the brother of my mother. He passed away.
Okay, not stepfather, but
Padrino.
let's give Padrino.
Padrino sounds good. Like, was my reference as a man.
Yes.
And since I was raised by a mother, and she was trying to do dad and mom. And she did her best. She did her best. She's number one.
She did
Love
great.
her.
She did great.
Love her.
Yeah.
So when I had that lost, I was just like, so I went to the doctor in acupuncture that was following him for the pain therapy and everything. So we had a nice conversation. He didn't know nothing about me. He would say, oh, your uncle always talk about you, but not too deeply. And he just want to preserve you as a human being, not telling, reveal too many things. But what are you doing? He went to me, what are you doing? And I say, I'm fighting, I'm raising people, I got a lot of girls, blah, blah, blah. And he looked, when you do acupuncture, they touch you here, like a scan.
Yeah.
And he go, those hands are hands of an artist. You should take care of them. That's your way. That's your journey.
Really?
And I start crying. Oh, yeah, because I see you, like amazing body, a lot of tattoos, like, what do you want to do in life? I would like to start tattooing since I was 17. And you're 27. That's the time to start. And that was it.
So he read you inside.
Oh, that was like a cold shower. Like a slap in the face. Elbow, like tap my bam. I was like, it takes me like that. And then after that, not even 6 months, I opened a studio. I went because I had to start my apprenticeship in the States. But God's have another plan for me, so I had to come back. And I still have 27 dogs, and a lot of things happened that year. But we're still bouncing clubs. Boom, 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 boom. Start it, open it, and boom, that was it. I start working, and I see in 5 years, everybody needs to know me. In 3, it was done. Start traveling around, being one of the first realistic tattooer in Italy, and known all over the world. And that was amazing. I was 26 years in the game, and had great time. But since 2017 or 18, 17, I start feeling that something was missing. And even before, I was starting to plan seminars for tattoo artists with painters and things like that. So I was doing for myself because I want to learn how to paint because I didn't do the art school. But at the end, I was planning those things, so I was the host, so I have to take care of everybody. So I couldn't follow the painting course, and I was like, damn. But it was getting inside me, rubavi con gli occhi,
Yes,
You can steal with your eyes when they were doing things that it completely lost. It's a big thing. I don't want to even talk about that. So it's going to take us into another story. However,
that's for series 2.
Series 2. However, I start feeling something, and then I say I have to go back in painting because tattooing is giving you something which is amazing. It's like a bankomat, It's like AT&T. Boom, 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 boom. You get money come,
you get money come.
So you can just take care of other things.
You could do it all your life.
Exactly. Not all your life. That's another chapter for chapter 3.
Yeah.
But no, it's something that I was feeling was missing. And I see the wave was coming, that too many people, too many tattooer, not tattoo artist, tattooer.
Tattooer, okay.
And then because you have to prove you're a tattoo artist. You cannot tell by yourself, I'm a tattoo artist. You have to prove it. I prove it in the years. However, I start painting and going back there, and then things happen. And then I had this great friend here in London say, hey, I want to have to do a painting for somebody. We go, okay, come, I just opened a studio. Let's do it together. So I give you 3-4 days of some skills. And I go, hey, I want to do this. And I go, I know you enough that you're going to do the portrait for this guy. And it was Cristiano Ronaldo saying, yeah, I'll get commission for Cristiano Ronaldo. So yeah, you're crazy. What you gonna do? Painting. You ever done? Once, maybe one. Yeah, that was it. And then after that came Roman Reigns, and then come The Rock, and then come Conor McGregor, and so on. But again, it's not about who you were painting. It was just like, I understood that I can reach people. So I said, I need to go to another level, because being a painter of portrait in Florence, you're gonna die. There's so many amazing artists.
So many,
they're coming out from the art academy. They are amazing.
Yeah.
They don't have maybe the stroke, la sciabolata, that the teacher was hating me for that, which was my trademark now. Now that's my sign. It's like, bam. But I said, I need to reach something different. So tattooing, my neck was gone because too many fights and the posture.
Okay.
My eyes start to go down a little bit. I had to protect them a little bit more. And then the big wave of all those people, and then money, economy goes down, all this kind of things. No, I want to place myself somewhere else. And so I started looking, searching. I started to do murales.
Searching what to do, searching.
Yeah, something different. What was missing? The gap. So murales with paper, resin, fiberglass.
But do you think was missing outer, but also inner?
Both.
Yes, both.
Both. Because I exactly know where I want to place myself. It's a long journey. But everybody have his time, We know. It's not the definite time. It's going to be at 30 or 50 or 60, whatever.
No, but the season is only your season.
But as my little daughter said at 8 years old, Dad, I go, what, honey? You want to live like Dali or you want to die like Van Gogh? And I said, what? I said, hopefully like Dali. No. 8 years old. Oh, love her.
Trust that walk.
So I start searching, and then one day in the middle of the search, in a big depression, I'm not scared to say it, like when you're so down that you discover you can start go even more forward than the hole, down the hole, like so down, and then I have to go somewhere. My wife said, just go. Find yourself. So I went to a show in Milano about architecture, something like that. I didn't see nothing but just hanging out, talk with people.
It all looks the same.
Coming back with the car, boom, that was it. Onyx came to my mind. Big light from the back. A bar that my grandfather had in his house, and that was it. That was the beginning.
Okay, but I mean, it's from the beginning to this trip. I mean, you as a kid, you're always being full on. From moving from one place to another, from doing one job and then another, and then take an extra and then do something.
Yeah, I was.
And I think that is what kept pushing you until you were looking for something. So this takes us to what you do now. But from that moment that you said, okay, Onyx, okay, but you can think Onyx, but then what? What do you do with it? Because Onyx, first of all, I mean, is a stone. It's not like painting on a canvas. It's not like molding something. So people, when they see what you do, they have no idea. They probably think you're just being painting on top of it, which is not.
No, not
so
at all.
What happened from tattooing to Onyx?
Wow, yeah. So the idea was, how can I evaluate something which is a piece of art without being disrespectful, because it's a piece of art already. So I start thinking, and all those thoughts arrive, and of course the tattooing and painting and then graffiti and everything just come to me like, okay, I need to find the perfect slab of stone and use it as a canvas. So I have to develop that technique first. However, I need to improve and see how to respect it. And then even think about something which is very important to me, is to don't be too much impact on l'impatto ambientale, you know, to respect the mountain and the cave and everything. And this all goes in one, easily, because I didn't have the money to, or I don't want to use the money for this to make tests. Well, so I took all gli scarti, all the things that they were throwing away.
Leftover,
because they couldn't use it.
Buy a canvas is 50 pounds, 50. Buy a slab of onyx.
And the one I like.
The one you like.
5 to 10K.
You need a mortgage. It's like buying a car.
Yeah,
it's like buying a car.
So I went to those places and say, hey, what do you do with this one? Can I have it? Okay, give me just the money for the shipping and things like that. So I start collect those pieces, try, and then someone went good, someone went bad, blah, 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 blah. And at the end, one was a disaster, but I didn't have the time to fix it. It was like one shot, one kill, because I had the chance, because of a good friend of mine, to do this first one in a place which owns by Cosimo de' Medici. And we'll go back to this. About all the Medici family, why it's so deep into my first collection of work. And so I make the title of Caterina, because this was it wasn't a show, sorry, it was a party for Luisa via Roma, which is a huge brand of clothing. And he have all his guests, and he was renting his place, which is Locale. It's a beautiful place in Florence. And top 50 bars and incredible places. And so I said to my friend, you trust in me? He said, of course, always. I want to place that art that I show you, and I want to do from an idea to real concrete pieces and place it right there when you're gonna have DiCaprio, Maguire, Campbell, and all those street art, and they're gonna go,
walking in and say,
and he goes, they already say wow for my club, for my restaurant. Okay, of course, but they're gonna say twice. Wow. And it happened. I finished the place, they were opening the door, and it was crazy. Like I said, where are they sitting? You know, because I want them to see. But they go, oh, Leonardo is gonna sit there. And I was like, no, Leonardo's gonna sit there. He's gonna sit there. And I saw Leonardo coming, and because like I was just watching from far away, and he go, turn from that room, and he go, call the direttore, the director of the restaurant. I was there. And he sit in front of the piece.
In front of the piece.
In front of the piece. He had all his guests in front of the piece. It was crazy.
In front of Caterina.
In front of Caterina. At the end of the evening, oh, crazy story. I put Leonardo DiCaprio doing the DJ, and I have the video.
Really?
Oh, Leonardo, vieni con me. What? This is Giacomo, my friend. Oh, nice to meet you. Who are you? I'm the owner. And it's, oh, glad, beautiful place. And then, oh, come and do the DJ with me. It was crazy. We had a great night.
That's fantastic. I'm sure that gave you such a kick to, okay, next, isn't it?
Next.
Okay, you mentioned the family, the Medici, was very important, as being a very important part for you. So tell us more about this.
Wow. Okay, of course, my pieces talk about women. And they're always in my painting, in my tattooing, in my new journey. As I told you before, as I mentioned, like my mom was a strong figure in my life. She was the one who raised me, and as an artist. And sometimes she did with my brother. Sometimes she was a little bit too much. Like, if you think it's right, do it. If you don't, ask me. But that's your life. That's not my life. Enjoy, ciao. Yeah. You know, like she gave me big responsibility since I was a kid. You want to go to grandma? Okay, take a flight, go. Put on the flight and go. It was like, I was in LA, I was like, 14 years old by myself. to a family of friends that she just met. And so, because all Americans, oh, come to the United States, if you come, you're my guest. Mama, oh, my kid is coming, boom, and she put me on a plane, and I stayed there instead of 2 weeks, 3 months.
3 months.
and I barely became a plastic surgery. But that's another story for chapter 4.
Okay.
But woman, you see, it was crazy. And being there and represent the woman, and now, even now on the slab of stone, they're so strong, but fragile at the same time, which is that, for me, it's a woman, no? I saw a woman super strong, but fragile on the other side, because of course, she's a woman. And in this material, for me, it's now I have the excellence. I got everything of what for me represent a woman and how to represent it, and il connubio perfetto, la materia and everything, il connubio perfetto fra the stroke, the beauty inside, the marble or the onyx or the crystal that is strong, but if you touch it in the wrong way, she will fall apart. I mean,
absolutely.
I'm just realizing now when I'm doing this interview.
Also the way you handle it, the way you touch it in the wrong place.
But again, I'm just realizing now that we're doing this interview about that. That's the beauty of, like, when I talk about my work, I talk with interesting people, and usually I listen more, but now I'm here to talk. However, like we said, but talking about it, every time I talk about it, I'm discovering something about this journey, something that just happened for a reason, something that I don't even understand why it happened. And then at the end, it all comes to a little puzzle that start to create this beautiful image.
Good. How did you find Antolini that gave you the opportunity to,
Officials. I cannot tell you the truth, everything.
What do you mean not the truth?
There's two stories, there are two stories. No, it's long story short. I was looking for Irish green because I was designing a commission for a famous athlete from Ireland. So he's the only one who have the Irish green. He's the only one.
They have the quality, probably, yes.
Exactly, and it's a beautiful material. I didn't know about it, so I start searching, and then send an email. I want to go and see this Irish green because I have a commission. I'm an artist, blah, blah, blah. Without telling too much. So they welcome me, take me for a tour, show me this, show me that. Can you show me this? Can you show me that? And then start talking, and then they start looking. My Instagram was completely different. My page was like about tattooing, painting. There was not like now. So, and then I say, okay, thank you for this, thank you for that. And did you find something? Yeah, kind of, but I was looking for this, but also for a side project that I'm working on this, and I show something. I show something to his capo vendite, something, very nice guy. And he go, what is this? And I go, yeah, that's something I'm working on. And I go, can I show this to Alberto? And I say, yes, of course, he's out. This is his number. This is his email. Please send it to him. You're gonna blow his head. You're gonna blow his mind. So, okay. So I took my time a little bit. Come back, thinking. You're driving back home. I think, wow,
dreaming,
boom,
imagining.
And then he was in Brazil, I think, at the time. And so I sent an email presenting myself. And they go, oh yes, thank you, blah, 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 blah. We will see one day when I have time. And then I send the video about what I was doing. And they go, oh, I'm coming back tomorrow. Can you come the day after?
Oh, really?
Straight away.
Yeah.
Straight away. So we got the appointment, and that was it. That was the beginning.
Because can we say that in the stone world, okay, it's just pieces, so the art is made by the nature. When they find somebody that is a man that can actually alter that to create something beautiful and new, probably it's just jump on it.
Yeah, for what I saw in my little experience, 2 years that I'm in this new field, and it's like, again, people are going like, I never see something like that. I never see something like that.
Because you take a piece that is like between 6 to 7, 8 million years old, and you give it a new life, and you put a human, a face of a woman, or anyway, a woman in there, an image. So this is incredible.
Yeah, and again, if you think like Michelangelo,
obviously,
he was seeing in the big stone, the sculpture before, he was choosing because he can visualize what was there, but it was his gift. What I'm trying to do is to let you see what was hiding inside through my eyes. So I'm just a filter between the marble or the onyx or what it is and who's watching it. I'm not selecting that piece. It's slightly different shade.
Yeah,
because I don't want to be Michelangelo is Michelangelo. I'm nobody. I mean, like Michelangelo is God. But in a certain way, I'm doing a different journey. But I'm trying to take up from it and show to the world what was hiding inside. Because again, another part which is very important. If you saw the first that I show in Milano.
I
did the macchia aperta, no? La macchia aperta. Okay, I hate macchia aperta. I don't like it. Because I'm not to the psychologist to say, what do you see inside of that? Everybody play this game. I say, no, I don't want to do. And everywhere you go, all in the stone factories or where they sell stone and everything, it's just macchia aperta, macchia aperta,
That's the maximum of the art they can create with nature.
So because I had a fixed spot, there were four pieces in Antolini, in Milano, Duomo. I said, okay, I'm going to do macchia aperta, but I'm going to place it separate and slightly like that to destroy that macchia aperta and have as well the feeling of everything. And it works amazing. It works amazing. And people were like, why you did that? Why you did that? And I say, I had to do that because the first time I went to Antolini and Alberto, he was giving me all the story about the factory, his father, and everything like that.
Yeah.
He told me that they were the first one who take the marble slab and instead of keeping like this, nella rastrelliera, they take it out and turn it. Because nobody was doing that. You can just buy those, okay, fine. Now you can select the one you like better. So I said, if they went so hard in the market changing rules, I want to do the same. And I did the same. Macchia aperta, open, that was it.
You create an earthquake. You moved it.
When I came into the room, boom!
There was an earthquake.
The earthquake. But I'm trying to do slow because my wife says, Murran, slowly, yeah? Don't go as you go as well, as usually. Slow. I'm trying.
Okay. But listen, so basically, I guess you do select your onyx because you see something in it, but that's only an intuition because then you go with ink and you create the art, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I guess you can, as I said.
It's like you have to watch it, feel it, try it. And then in the one in Verona is completely another material. I never worked on this, like crystal illumination. It was so fragile and then so transparent. And then you find some lines going to deep inside, cut the slab in half, and then they turn 45 degrees inside. And so you have to go, okay, what's going on here? And as I was saying, now I'm just starting in this. I don't have a studio create just for this. Now I'm designing all my new ribanchi, the place where to work, that the slab can turn and go up and down because I need to see where is the reflection of the light coming because I need to place that stroke exactly there. So now I'm just doing this by chance. Okay, 1, 2, 3, let's try. Boom! Luckily, it wasn't the right spot. But however,
because you can't erase it, can you?
In Verona, I had to work with a completely different material. So trying to find out how to work on it and to see the reflection because it's more transparent, it's molto più vetroso, it's more glassy and things like that. So I'm gonna use some term that doesn't exist, but it's fine. It's l'italianità, no? Gesto.
Nobody will notice.
However, so because I have to paint horizontally, I cannot paint like a regular painting because then my tattoo ink and I use a lot of water will flow and won't stay. You need to dry in all the process that I'm making. It's like layers and layers and layers and layers and layers and layers and layers, and to give that 3D dimension when you turn it on. And so I was just like, wow, what am I gonna do? And then I said, macchia aperta again. I gotta do it for the first time because I did all the basement, this huge block and the wall. Okay, so I say I'm gonna split it in half. Also, the big block that is in front, I split it in half. So we had to cut this in slice, big, beautiful slab. And in this case, I wasn't, but I did some other work with those, and we didn't throw it away.
Okay.
But I had to have this completely cut half symmetry, and the image that I made on top of it, it's just like on the side she's a little bit more vanishing, and the other one she's more strong, and the mouse is duplicate from the point of view. But again, what I was trying to reach, that we have some difficulties in to doing in an art fair, or I'm sorry, in a fiera, no?
Yeah, in a fair.
In a fair.
Yeah.
What I wanted to do, I want her to be beautiful, lighted, but I want her to be even more beautiful without the light. Because if I imagine her in a living room, in an all-over hotel, in a spa, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna turn off the light and put black everything just to see my artwork? No, I imagine a living room, a living space where you have my art. Maybe you have this, can be like a big couch, and then on the back you have this, and then you have big windows. You know, I imagine in my house right now.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So during the day, you cannot have your guests and put everything dark. I want natural lights coming in. No, that's a plus. So I had to think, okay, I have to make her beautiful, even if when she's not on, and then the wow effect when the night comes. So I didn't have that chance in Milano because the showroom was too much contamination from the outside. We never had dark. We have just at the evening, but nobody's in the evening, just for a party. But at the evening wasn't there. So all the light, the backlight wasn't working the way I want. I was very upset about it, but at the end, everything works good. But in Verona, I have a black box. So I said, now I can make her explode in all her beauty. But then I didn't have the time, and they don't have the time to make that slightly light to reveal her even when she was not backlighted. So I was just like, oh, for the next one, she's gonna be perfect. We're gonna have all the situation.
But I have to tell you, in Verona, in this black box, it works beautifully. That's when I enter and I saw your art. My mind went on the application of it. As I have been telling you, we're working in amazing project. There are villas. There are a little bit all around the world, not just in London. And what is the difficult part? My clients always, often they tell me, we want people when they enter my house to see something spectacular. And I can't just put a painting, or I can't have a mirror, or I can't have something simple. And then I saw, if somebody like DiCaprio enter in a house, or even in a reception of a hotel, or a very luxurious restaurant, and they see your art, their breath will be taken away because it was amazing. So that's when I said, I really want to do a collaboration with you for this.
You forget one, and I'm already talking with a very, very famous chef. Sushi spot. Create a piece of art in a piece of art. That were mind blowing the world and going to be viral everywhere. Imagine a chef doing sushi in a piece of art. Oof. What can I say more? What can I say more? You can do everything with this.
Exactly.
Just the imagination is going to be your limit.
So I guess that, in this moment of your life, you had 2, 3, 4 years of practicing, testing and doing, but now you have entered the new chapter. You're starting creating, isn't it? That's like this idea that you just explained.
Yeah, like my mind is I have to keep myself, I have another Murran keeping me like this. Hey, hold on, because my ideas it will go everywhere. But I promise to myself, the next 1, 2, 3 years, stay on this one. Don't establish that trend, that way of talking with the marble and with the onyx and with the crystal, and establish your name in the industry, and then start promoting other things, because I have a system to light it that can follow the design already. It's what we can achieve on this. I can put it under the water. I can put it with a waterfall on top of it, so I can do a spa and a man. You can go on top of it because I create a system that can carry a big wave, because I'm planning something with a big motor company, and also the painting can be on the floor as well. So there's no limit. There might be a limit on my next one, which I'm gonna find. I need to find somebody who say, Murran, I don't care how much it costs, just do it, because I want to place a wall into your living, into your hotel, which is the wall that you see when you go into the cave. I want the whole wall. I don't want macchia aperta, I don't want macchia continua. I want that wall into your house. So it's gonna be by 8 pieces, so I'm gonna have to take each one of them the first slab. So you need somebody who really understand this and who really don't have problem in budget, because that's gonna be something unique.
That's fantastic. I think we are at the end. Murran, it's really, we're gonna carry on this dinner, obviously, because we are Italian and we're gonna go and eat something
we need
excellent.
to breaking bread.
Yeah.
Breaking bread, very important for us.
Fantastic. Thank you. It's a great pleasure to be here.
Thank you for having me here. Thanks for everything, and really, I really appreciate it.